What's up, guys? Welcome to Goals First. We have a great show today about how to influence others to do things your way. So, in this episode, I'm going to reference the book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And hence the name, it's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Great book. And one of the principles in this book is don't criticize, condemn, or complain. So, why? When you do that, it makes people resistant. And we're all that resistant little kid who, when we're a little kid, our parents tell us go clean your room, right? And we're just like, no, I don't want to do it. And what's up, Sam and Mercedes? That's people on the live. Stay. I love you guys. Comment anything. I will respond to comments as well. But so we're all that resistant little kid who gets told go clean your room, and we're like, no, I don't want to. I want to do it my way. I want to do it on my time, right? So, as adults, it's the same thing. When you're telling someone, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do it my way, they're going to be like, dude, screw you. I'm not doing it. That's it's not like we mean to, but it's almost instinctual. We just don't want to. So, when you want someone to do something your way, you have to win them over your way of thinking by encouraging them to do it through their way of thinking, right? So you can actually encourage others to do what you want by showing them the benefits they get are the benefits that they want. Think about this. You can encourage others to do what you want by showing them that they get the benefits they want. So, what do I mean? When you go fishing, you don't put your favorite food on the fish hook. You put what the fish like. Fish food, right? I like crab legs, but when I'm going fishing, I'll put crab legs on my fish hook because that won't make any sense. I put fish food or worms, right? I don't like worms, but I put it on my fish hook. So when you're fishing, you put the fish legs. When you want someone to do what you want, or you want to influence them to your way of thinking, you put on the hook what they want. So I'm going to give 2 examples here. In high school, I used to sell at flea markets, festivals, craft shows, anywhere where there's outdoor vendors. I was a vendor, and I sold all kinds of products. I sold pillows, called bamboo pillows. I sold lots of kids' toys, kids' novelties, stuff like that. And it got so big that I actually had people working for me. I had my friends. My friends would come, they'd work for me, and they would help me sell because I couldn't manage all the customers. And I always had the most sales. No one was getting the sales I was getting, and I was trying to figure out why. And essentially, we were all teens, we were all young, and no one had my motivation to talk to every customer. Hey man, what's up? How you doing? I'm the type of guy. Someone walked by and they had an Eagles jersey on. I'm like, yo, Eagles, I love the Eagles, man. Or they had a Giants shirt. Yo, I'm a Giants fan too. Whatever sports team they had wearing, I was part of that team, right? So I basically would talk to every customer, or I would either make a conversation with what they were wearing, or maybe I'd be like, hey, are you guys interested in buying any kids' toys, any cell phone chargers? We have a bamboo pillow. It's an amazing pillow. Come feel it, right? I would find an excuse to talk to everyone that walked by, so I had more sales. So what am I trying to get at? So my friends weren't doing that. So I wanted them to talk to more customers. But if I just said, hey, talk to more customers, they'd be like, screw you. I like what I'm doing. I like chilling, But instead, I said to them, I showed them that they should do my way. They should do what I want by explaining they can get what they want. So what do they want? Well, they were getting commission money. They were getting sales based on commission based on how much sales they made. So I said, well, you're going to make more money if you talk to more people. And I proved to them. I showed that I talk to more people, which means more people come over to our booth and increase sales. So by me saying to them, you can have what you want, I won them over to my way of thinking, doing what I wanted. Now, a few years later when I was in college, the roles were reversed. I had an internship at a digital marketing firm. It was called Momentum 360. Well, Momentum 360 was an aspect of it, but it was Need Momentum Digital Marketing. And I was mainly working for the subsidiary, the sister company, Momentum 360. We sold virtual tours, which is this camera, special equipment camera that takes a 3D rendering of a business or a building, and that's really it. And it produces a 3D model, a virtual tour of the building. And what I did is cold call, and I thought I was going to be the next Wolf of Wall Street. I thought I was going to cold call in and be like, yo man, I got this amazing thing for your business. It's going to skyrocket your sales. And Jordan Belfort in the Wolf of Wall Street, right? He was on the phone screw you, right? Flipping people off, saying yeah, jerk off, while being like, this is the best product ever, and upcharging and making bank and selling it. Every phone call that guy would make in the movie, he would sell them, right? So I thought that'd be me. And when I started doing it, I was like, this isn't for me. I didn't like the high pressure sales. It wasn't for me. I really didn't like it. And it wasn't that it was bad. The product was great. The boss was great. Everything was good. It just wasn't for me like I thought it would be. So I wasn't making many sales. And the owner, Mac, he's an awesome dude, great guy. He, instead of saying like, why aren't you making sales? You suck, you're bad, you're shitty. He was like, what can I offer you? What can I do for you to help you increase your sales, right? So he worried about what he could do for me. He said, he said, I want you to make more money. Like, he knew what I wanted. I was there as an internship. It was a commission-based internship to make money. He goes, what can I do to help you sell more so you can make more money, right? So think of the difference there. An approach where he was like, he'd be like, you're doing bad, why are you screwing up? Versus how he actually handled it, saying, what can I do for you to help you close more sales so you get more commissions, right? So it's the same situation as mine where I had employees versus, me being the intern. Me in the boss position or me being the salesperson, what was presented is what we wanted, the outcome of having more money. And let's see, I got in the comments, solidly solid. He trained us to talk to more customers. Yeah, it's really important. It really was, because in that example, the more people you talk to, the more sales you're gonna have. So I mean, that's just one example, but it really makes all the difference. And it actually reminds me of a great quote by this guy Charles Schwab. He's an American investor and financial analyst worth $8 billion. Okay, I have a little notebook here because it's a big quote, so I don't have it all saved in memory. But what Charles Schwab said, this is a guy worth $8 billion. $8 billion. So he knows what he's talking about. He said this: I consider my ability to arouse enthusiasm among my people the greatest asset I possess, and the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. There is nothing else that so kills the ambitions of a person as criticisms from superiors. I never criticize anyone. I believe in giving a person incentive to work, so I am anxious to praise but loath to find fault. If I like anything, I am hearty in my appropriation and lavish in my praise. In my wide association in life, meeting with many and great people in various parts of the world, I have yet to find the person, however great or exalted in this situation, who did not do better work and put further greater effort under a spirit of approval than he would ever do under a spirit of criticism. So think of what he's saying there. He's really talking about the fact that when you praise and you encourage, even the littlest thing, when someone did good, that's motivation. It's like a domino effect of excitement to go do better, because you are encouraging them and you're saying, like, look at all these things you did good. So, you can point out the things they did bad, but they're just going to feel shitty about it. Versus point out they did good, they're going to want to do more good. We just got a comment again. My buddy Matt, he's taught me at the flea markets, really good guy. He said, I remember those days working for you, man, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you being there. It made all the difference. And like I said, just putting people down doesn't do anything. I can say this, and most of you probably fundamentally understand what I'm saying, but when you're being put down, you just feel down. It doesn't really motivate you. But even if you're doing an okay job and someone points out the good things you did, that motivates you. And there's another principle that you want to tell someone expectations to live up to, right? So when you're telling someone you're a loser, you suck, you do bad, they're going to manifest that expectation. They're a loser, they're shitty, they're a loser, they suck, they can't sell, they, are a bad speaker, they're dumb. When you're telling someone all these things, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, they're going to live up to that expectation. However, if you give them the expectation, you're an amazing salesperson. I see so much potential in you. You're a natural. I know you're going to kill it. Wow, you have a natural charm to you, man. Something like that. When the expectation is positive, they're also going to live up to that. So you control the expectation that someone lives up to, right? So another principle from this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is to give a sincere and honest appreciation. So, it's kind of plays what I said before, but appreciation goes further than criticism. I kind of just covered all that, so I'm not going to go through it again, but you catch more flies with honey than vinegar, right? It's the old saying. We all know what it means, and it's true. It's very true. And all of this gets into some important skills to influence others to your way of thinking, and that's the power of appreciation. Think about, and then I'll repeat myself a little bit, but think about how you feel when you, as a kid, maybe it was more recently, maybe it was whenever, when someone complimented you, they said, wow, you did a great job. Like, really think about how that made you feel. You probably felt more motivated, you felt your spirit uplifted, you felt more, intrigued and more energy to do what you were doing. So when you are trying to win someone over your way of thinking, you got to compliment them and appreciate the little things. What's up? We got some more people on the live. Hi, guys. So it's the little things. Every little compliment, if you have a chance to give a compliment over anything, the littlest thing, give it. Because number one, it makes the person motivated. Number two, it makes them have a positive notion of you, right? And, it's also going to make them want to do what you say because they have a good association with you and their behavior because you're rewarding it through compliments. So these apply to getting women as well. You're a young man, you don't get girls. So one thing I learned, I've done a lot of research on the pickup game and dating, getting girls at bars, whatever. I watched all those videos, right? Because for a time I was a little awkward and I wanted to learn how to do it, and now I'm really good at it. So one of the things they teach you is don't compliment something the girl can't control. So every girl is hearing you're so hot, your ass is so fat. And they just think you're a douchebag because they didn't do anything to have a fat ass or be pretty. That's just their genetics, right? So if it's like a huge turnoff to a girl when you're complimenting how pretty she is. Every guy goes, oh, you're so pretty, you're so pretty. Who cares? She knows she's pretty. Every guy tells her. Compliment something she can control. Wow, I love that outfit you picked out. It's beautiful. Your matching is stunning. Your ability to know it looks good, holy shit. Your hair, those colors you chose for the highlights, it matches your complexion amazing, right? So now you're complimenting conscious decisions the girl made. Complimenting a girl's conscious decisions is completely different than complimenting something she can't help. So compliment. Appreciate what they did. And another thing, like I said earlier, you want to catch a fish with fish food. You catch a fish with what they like, not what you like. So, same thing applies with girls. You want to go on a date, a first date, second date, tell them an experience. Present an idea. Don't just say, hey, you want to hang out with me and Netflix and chill? Why do they want to do that? They probably don't. Hey, we should go skiing. We should go play mini golf. Let's go fishing, right? Fishing. Let's go to an amusement park and ride roller coasters. Now that's a fun date. So you're presenting this idea of fun. So the notion isn't a date now. The notion is we're going to do something exciting and fun, adventurous. So present the feeling, the idea that you want them to feel rather than what you want. It works. I promise you. So to get the action you want, to get the action you want, motivate their desires, right? So that's what my example really demonstrates. The desire is to have fun. The action you want's a date, so you motivate that desire by saying, we're going to go to an amusement park, we're going to ride roller coasters, we're going to go to the beach, we're going to go fishing, we're going to play mini golf, we're going to go skiing. You're motivating the desires. You're motivating the action you want by presenting the desire to have fun. If you're trying to be a sales leader, the desire for the people are to make money, right? So my earlier examples, I pointed out that you say, hey, if you know what I'm saying, you'll make more commissions, you'll make more money. So you pick on the desires to get the action you want, and you will find whether it's picking up women, it's leading a business team, it's just meeting people day to day. It works. There's a good quote by a guy named Harry A. Overstreet. He was a psychology professor, and he said this: action springs out of what we fundamentally desire. I repeat, action springs out of what we fundamentally desire. So think about it. When you're hungry, you go get food. That's the most fundamental example I can provide. You just do. When you're hungry, that springs the action, or springs the desire, because you're hungry now, it's out of your control, so you take the action. Even if you're comfortable, you're on the couch, you're watching your favorite Netflix show, you're high, whatever it may be, hunger springs to action because you have the desire to eat. The same thing works with anything. Figure out what the person's desire is, tell them how to achieve it, and action will spring. An example I can give you guys, a good buddy of mine, he had a decent amount of savings, like $10K in savings. And I realized he was like, the way the money works, if your money sits in the bank, you're actually losing money because of inflation. So I was like, dude, invest in the stock market, buy cryptocurrency. And initially he was like, I don't really want to. And I said, well, what's your goal? His goal was to get to $100,000 in savings. And I pointed out that if he wants to get to that goal of $100,000 in savings, he can get to that goal infinitely faster. putting money in cryptocurrency right now because cryptocurrency is booming, right? And he did it. He listened to me. He took his whole $10,000 in savings and put it into cryptocurrency. Because the way it worked, and I didn't benefit by this. This didn't benefit me. I did it for him. But I said, your desire is to get the 100K faster. This action will get you to that desire. And he did it. So that principle works with everything. You desire a beautiful woman. You're a guy, right? Young man, you desire a beautiful woman to chase you. Okay? You want to get sexy women chasing you. Well, what do you got to do? Take the action, because of your desire to get women, take the action and go get fit. Okay? Good-looking guys are often good-looking because they're fit. Like, there's something about your genetics play somewhat of a role, but as a guy, if you're muscular, girls are going to be attracted to that. So if your desire is to get girls, use that as motivation to take action, go get fit. Go to the gym 4 days a week, 5 days a week. Lift weights, okay? Use that. You want girls chasing you? If you get fit and you also are pursuing a passion, so you every day are working towards a goal. Every single day you work towards a goal, whether it's to become an amazing guitarist, start a $1 million business. Maybe you want to become an amazing biologist. It can be literally anything. But if you every day are working a little bit towards your goal, I mean, seriously, dedicating towards a goal, a specific goal you chose, plus you get fit as a guy, women will be chasing you, I promise. So, that's your desire, take the action necessary to get there. I just told you how to do it. I'm handing it to you. You're being spoon-fed. You might as well take the spoon and eat it. Now, if there's a situation, maybe you have a girlfriend or you have a best friend, you guys are all these principles aren't working, and you want to motivate them to your way of thinking, and you know your idea is better. Now, these methods are not manipulation. They don't work if you're lying. But what you can do is, if your idea is truly better and they disagree, you want them over to your way of thinking, you can do a pro and cons list. So you sit down with your ideas and their ideas on a paper, or you can speak it out, and you do pros and cons, right? And if you have the better idea, it will produce on the paper to your way of thinking, like, hey, there's clearly more benefits to my way of thinking, and that's a good way. If you guys can't agree, prove it. Show why there's more pros to your idea than their idea. Write it down. That's a great, it's really a great method. Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford, who created the Model T, the most famous car like ever. We all learned it when we were in middle school or high school. Like he started the assembly line workers and all that. Henry Ford, Ford cars, yeah, I think you know. Great quote by him too, which plays into all of this. Henry Ford said, and again, this guy led the car industry and the assembly line industry and changed business forever. He said, if there is any one secret to success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. So if you want to motivate someone to your way of thinking, you have to first understand their way of thinking. So basically, with politics a lot of the time, you get people saying Trump supporters are just racist and liberals are just retarded, right? Like Republicans go liberals are just idiots and liberals think Trump supporters are just racist, right? And that's an oversimplification. If you want to debate and find out why the two people have such different views, you have to first take the time to actually ask them, understand their point of view, like Henry Ford said. Take the time to learn their way of thinking so you understand it fundamentally, and then you can dive into your way of thinking, and you can explain your way better if you first understand their way of thinking to get how they get to their conclusion, so you can either understand and change your mind, or maybe if you fundamentally get how they get to their conclusion, you can fundamentally explain to them why it's wrong easier. But if you don't take the time to learn their way of thinking, you're skipping a really important step in the process. Think about job applications, right? The person who gets the job, when you have a job application, the people who look at job applications, they're not hiring the person who talks about why they're so great. They hire the person who says what they can offer the company the most, right? They say to the company, they focus on the company's needs. The best job applications aren't just, I did this. I know that some schools teach you to write a list of your things you did. That's wrong. That's completely wrong. Don't listen to that. The best job applications, are specific to the company you're applying to, so they're edited and made for each application, different companies. You say, I can offer you crazy SEO skills, which is search engine optimization. I can offer you amazing marketing skills, so I have 7 years experience in marketing. I'm a natural at conversation. So the best job application is the one that sells what you can offer the company, right? What focus on their needs. Same thing applies for influencing people to what you want. You focus on their needs, and then you use the examples I used earlier to tell them how to get there. And if your way of thinking is better, you say, well, okay, this is the outcome you want. this is how you can get there faster by doing these suggestions, right? It works. Another principle in the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is to be a good listener. Others love to talk about themselves. We all know this. Us too, right? I love to talk to myself. I can do it all day. People have a desire to want to have someone that truly listens to them. People want to feel listened. People want to feel heard. They do. So if you're the person feels heard, they feel like whenever you're around them, you're really listening to them. They get to talk, they get to explain their point of view, and they feel heard around you. They feel like they get a chance to express their views around you. They get a chance to just get things off their chest. They're going to have an association with you with positivity and want to be around you. It's like the same thing earlier with the example of going on a date. So why did I say earlier, if you're going on a date, it's great to go to, say, let's go to a theme park, a roller coaster, let's go golfing, let's go on an adventure. So the way women's minds work is like this. They will associate you with the feeling they have with you. As in, not the feeling they have with you, the feeling they have when they are physically with you. So if when they were with you on a date, they had fun and excitement, they will think of you in memory as fun and exciting. So that's why you want to go on fun dates. They associate it that way. So if you're someone that listens and lets people talk and asks questions and finds out about them, they'll associate you with a good feeling and want to be around you more because you're now associated with a good feeling. I promise you, it works. Try it. If you want to make new friends, start really asking about themselves and what their interests are, and try going to hang out at places that are fun and exciting so they associate you with that feeling of fun and excitement. Another thing you're going to do is talk in the terms of another person's interest. When someone brings up a topic that you don't know about, try to be well-rounded. I always try to be really, really well-rounded so that I know most topics. So I can be in a bar, a party, and I see a cute girl and we start talking. I know most topics. And if I don't know it, that's an awesome opportunity to ask the girl or a guy, maybe trying to make a friend. That's a great opportunity to ask them, you're a marine biologist. I don't know anything about that. What's it like? What does that really mean? What do you study? Do you actually go in the ocean? Do you swim with dolphins? So you either kind of are well-rounded already, you can speak about the topic and be interesting, and if you're not, use that time to be asking questions and find out. Sorry, I'm rushing here. Your life will change when you are well-rounded in topics. You can ask the person, let the person talk about the topic they like. Let people talk about the topic they're interested in, and they will associate you with someone who's a good listener, someone who's fun. Oh wow, this guy's a great guy. I don't know why I like this person so much, but I just enjoy being around him. And low key, you'll know it's because you let them talk about topics they're interested in. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. And if you don't know their topic, ask about it. And they'll remember, wow, this guy really wanted to know about my field of study. That's so cool. That's dope. I want to see this person again. It works for getting girls. It works for making new friends. I promise. Go try it, and come back to me with the results. You'll be amazed. Compliments. Compliment. The same way that people love people who listen to them and talk about topics they're interested in, people love compliments. And I don't mean lie. I'm not saying bullshit people. But be honest. I talked about this earlier in the video. For girls, for example, they don't want to be complimented on something they can't help. So you go, oh, you're so hot, your booty is nice, right? They think that's disgusting because they were just born that way. But compliment something they did. I love your outfit. I love your hair. If it's a guy, same thing. You tell them you love their outfit, you can think, wow, dude, you're really smart. I promise you, if you start complimenting people, everyone's going to want to be around you. You're going to be the center of attention. You're going to be a high-value individual, and everyone's going to want to be around you because, and they're not going to know why. It's subconscious. But if you're constantly complimenting people, they're going to associate you with a good feeling. They're not going to know why. But if you give people a good feeling through compliments, they're going to associate you with feeling good. And people want to be around people who make them feel good, right? It's pretty obvious. So you should try it. And I'm going to end with something that I actually created. So a lot of times, a lot of guys have trouble talking to girls. And guys feel the number one thing I hear with guys with talking to girls, meeting women at bars or parties, is I don't know what to talk about. I get stalked, I don't know what to talk about. So here's what I want you to do. If it's you have trouble making new friends, you have trouble talking to girls, I created something called Cashier Smiles. What is Cashier Smiles? It works especially in grocery stores with a bunch of cashiers. Find the prettiest cashier, even if her line's a little bit longer. Get in line with a pretty cashier. And if there's no pretty cashiers, maybe a middle-aged woman, that's fine too. Get in her line, find a cashier as a woman, and if there's no women, that's fine too. Get in line with a guy. But this works best with women cashiers. Make it a goal to bring a conversation and make them smile. Cashier smiles. If you can get used to successfully making a random cashier smile or especially laugh. You can even laugh, tell them a joke. Tell them something interesting happened today. Be like, oh, in the back of that supermarket, I was in the frozen aisle, and I watched some guy fall into a mayonnaise jar. I don't know. It can be anything. Something funny happened earlier in the day. Maybe you're at a dog park and a Great Dane was humping the Chihuahua. You can literally, because they usually say, how's your day going, right? And everyone goes, good. So cashiers actually love it. They love it when a customer finally has something real to say. When it's the same robotic, repetitive, how you doing? Good, how are you? Me too. Right? So be the person that stands out to them and make them smile. And when you get used to being able to make any cashier smile, making a girl smile at a party will be easy breezy. Or, making a new friend, making them laugh and smile, it'll be easy. Connecting with people is easier when you desensitize yourself to doing it. That's really all I want to get through today, and I'm going to end this here. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, share it with a friend. I'm very new. Sharing helps me out more than you can imagine. Of course, like, subscribe, that helps too. But share it with a friend. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere where podcasts are produced. We're on Facebook, Goals First Podcast. We're on YouTube, Goals First Podcast. Check us out everywhere. And until next time, Monday at 9 p.m., I will see you guys. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Glow Quirk. I'm not sure to say your name, but I think you call me the bomb unless it's a... I'm going to take that as a compliment. Bomb Christians. That's not very nice.